Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Tracy by Sources Tarot. Time now is 11:52 p.m. Eastern. Today's date is Wednesday, July 23rd. So it's almost 12 a.m. Eastern. And the last time I checked, the moon was in the sign of Cancer. So yeah, still on the sign of Cancer. So some of you could be dealing with your black Lilith. If you don't know what that is, you may have to go back and look it up in your birth chart. Anyway, this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Virgo. Virgo placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. If it's your first time here, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we're going live. Cross watchers, you're welcome to join us. All right, so the message that I'm receiving from my Virgos this morning for this here last week of July, for July 27th to August 2nd. We are now officially in Leo season. So shout out to all the Leos out there. Happy birthday if you're celebrating. So Virgos, the energy that I'm receiving in this particular reading is given that there is something that you are needing to confront face to face when it comes to dealing with a situation, whether this has to do with the reality of consequences, right and wrong, good and bad, negative and positive. But this is a situation nonetheless where you are needing to confront something head on, confront something face on when it comes to accepting the truth about a situation that you may or may not be in denial about. Where this one is telling you that the time has come for change, that you sincerely and seriously need to give up something and let go of something to keep from being misled and led astray when it comes to things where someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, telling you what you want to hear, making false promises, where it's like the enemy is tricking you, pulling out all the stops. And if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself in a repeated pattern and cycle where you are needing to quickly nip this in the bud. Because if not, you're going to pretty much find yourself in a situation where the walls are going to come tumbling down. I apologize if you heard that. Um, because when it comes to these here fake promises of somebody showing you something and making it sound like it's an investment of a lifetime, you may find yourself investing in something that's not built on solid foundation. And this could be because someone is wearing a false mask. Because immediately, what's up, Reserve? How are you? Because immediately, when it comes to your reading, you have a lot of major arcana cards on the table. And the first card that you have is the Justice card. And right behind the Justice card is the Death card with the Devil card with the Tower coming in with the Moon card. So immediately, that is saying that the time has come for someone to give accountability for their actions when it comes to facing off to these here consequences if they're not careful. When it comes to some sort of upheaval battle of having to make a choice. When it comes to dealing with this here justice card facing off with this here death card. Because when it comes to this death card dealing with the justice card, the death card is coming in as a warning to let you know that if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself. What's up, Trinity? You're going to find yourself in this tough, repeated pattern and cycle, this unevenly yoked, unbalanced, unstable, where you're going to be stuck in some sort of painful consequences, where you're going to suffer. And so the death card is showing up with the justice card to let you know that there's something that you're going to have to give up and let go of. Because if not, the devil is right here upon you. And for some of you, you can have someone, one to two, maybe one to three different energies, different people coming at you, trying to tempt you. This could be people, places, and things, or a person, place, and thing trying to tempt you and lead you astray, using manipulation to get back in your good grace. Because you got a King of Cups in reverse. And when the King of Cups shows up in a reverse, that's because you're dealing with someone who's emotionally in their feelings, who's trying to use manipulation to get back in. And immediately, the first three signs that came out was Libra, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with those particular signs or someone who carries those in their birth chart when it comes to the Libra, the Scorpio, the Capricorn. And Pisces, because the moon card is here as well. So again, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces immediately showed up in your reading. And it's forewarning you about this here energy. Because for some of you, you can have someone who you left alone a long time ago. And this could definitely be a past person. And the reason why you walked away from this person is because this person was tied up in some sort of substance addiction, whether this was drugs, alcohol, gambling, porno, multiple partners, all the above. But this was a karmic toxic connection to which you once upon a time dealt with. And so for some of you, you could find these types of people who you was once upon a time attached to or connected to from the hip, but you're no longer attached to them because you managed to move away. But somehow these people are watching your social media. Some of them are even trying to reach out to you or may try to reach out to you soon. Reason being is because these people could be going through a hard time. And it's very possible that somebody could either be homeless, on the verge of becoming homeless, jobless, lost a job, broke up in a relationship, going through a rebound, and now they're looking for you to see if they can get back in your good grace by love bombing you, telling you what you want to hear, trying to basically be sneaky to plot to move in with you because they don't have no place to stay. And if you're not careful, this person could be connected with seven more demons attached to them, which means that if you open up your door and let them through the threshold, they're going to come into your castle bringing in seven extra demonic spirits with them, which is going to cause your home to shatter. And it's like if this happens, it's because something that you're not doing right that you need to see, where this situation is not built on a solid, stern foundation spiritually. Because you can't serve two masters, you can only serve one. Because you're going to love one and hate the other. So when it comes to this situation, here go the Two of Swords, where some of you could be feeling defeated and stuck, having to choose with a difficult decision, having to free yourself from this here third party. This is somebody who broke your heart in the past. And for some of you, looks can be deceiving. And for some of you, this could be somebody who's breadcrumbing and leeching off of you because with the Six of Pentacles, they saw you as a money bag. And this is somebody who's been viewing you and watching you, know that you're stable. They know that you have a job. They know that you have a place to stay. They know that you have some sort of financial income. Good morning, Porsche. How are you? And so they looking at you as a security blanket, feeling like you are going to give them whatever they want, but they're not going to give you anything in return when it comes to the Six of Pentacles. And see, because some of you have managed to hold yourself down since you have chosen to be single, and some of you are single and celibate, some of you have reached a cleanliness of spiritual sobriety where you don't do the things that you used to do. You understand? So it's like once upon a time, maybe you used to, party, go to the club, smoke a little weed, drink a little sip here and there, but you don't do that no more. You've made a complete brand new change. So now you are starting to take good care of yourself. You carry yourself in a certain way. You value yourself. You know your worth. And so it's like now, when you enter a room, people take notice of your confidence. They see that you are no longer paying them any attention. And so, because you are not focused on people, places, and things like you once upon a time was, these people start, they become envy with jealousy of you. And it gets to a point where this can even trickle down in the workplace or within a group of your own peers or perhaps your own family members. So when it comes to the seven of wands in reverse, it's like you are being set up with a group. So because for some of you, you could find yourself in a group of envy where everybody is trying to group up on you and put the blame on you. You understand what I'm saying? For example, Virgo did this, Virgo did that. Everybody's ganging up on you. You know, I don't like you, whatever the case may be, to get a reaction from you. But they're trying to stir up conflict nonetheless. And so with the Eight of Wands is now forcing you to have to take action, to have to make a move, because for some of you, this situation can be causing a Nine of Swords with the Nine of Wands. And so there could be a lot of uh, stress and anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, feeling emotionally drained, tired, feeling as though you're being beat down. You can also be all in your head, having negative doubts, a lot of disbelief, unsure. Or at least this is what these people are trying to do to you, okay? When it comes to the Nine of Swords and it comes to the Nine of Wands. You can have somebody who's trying to beat you down emotionally, verbally, and mentally to try to drain you of all your resources. And so spirit is trying to step in here when it comes to the King of Swords to tell you the time has come for you to face some sort of mental clarity and truth and face the facts and get out of your head when it comes to these illusions and these fictions because you are the Queen of Cups. So listen to your intuition when it comes to this situation and understand that this person who's presenting themselves the King of Cups is emotionally in their feelings, trying to use manipulation to get back in your good grace. And Spirit is telling you to listen to the High Priestess, that you're coming in taking on the High Priestess, to pay attention to the red flags and use intellect and wisdom at this time because you are the Empress. So it's time for you to give birth to something new because some of you can even have Taurus placements. So when it comes to the hyphen card, when it comes to doing things in a traditional spiritual sense, where there's a need for you to pay close attention to the lessons to the lessons that have already been taught, but to the lessons that's being taught before your very eyes today. Because some of you may have to make a decision when it comes to the Lovers card, Gemini placements. It don't have to be, because like I said in the very beginning of this reading, you started out with Leo. I mean, not Leo. I don't know why I said Leo. I'm sorry. I meant Libra. You started out with Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. Who knows? Some of you maybe be dealing with a Leo. Because I said it. What's up, Big Red? How you doing, girl? So it's like when it comes to you having to make this decision, whether this is past or new, you having to choose between two people. Whether this is choosing to be happy, who knows? But there is a need for you to move in moderation and seek patience. Some of you can have Sagittarius placements in your chart at this time, or you could be dealing with a Sag, who knows? But there is a need to seek patience and move in moderation when it comes to keeping some things to yourself. Because some of you are definitely going, what's up, Divine? Because some of you are definitely going through this here spiritual transformation. When it comes to judgment, you are receiving this here spiritual awakening. where you are closing out a cycle for sure with the World card, and you all make a room for new beginnings. And Spirit is telling you the time has come for you to definitely focus on your craft when it comes to your stability, when it comes to the Eight of Pentacles. It's telling you not to be afraid to focus on your life purpose when it comes to seeking direction. Some of you Virgos can also be taking on the King of Wands. For what's in front of you with the Ace of Swords has potential. And so don't be afraid to learn some sort of new tool to educate yourself, to push yourself, for you are driven with ambition. For the time is going to come where you will be celebrating yourself with the Three of Cups with these new offers that's going to come in. And and your hard work and longevity is going to pay off with the Four of Wands. Because you are coming closer toward this here Six of Wands, this victory. And for some of you, you did get the Ten of Cups. So whether this is about being at the right place at the right time, who knows? Let's see. Let's see what else wants to come out for my Virgos. But this is what you have coming in toward August 2nd, you guys. Straight, right away. Within the first week of August, you're going to start picking up on these energies because, like I said, when you enter into a room, you are going to be able to read the energy. You're going to be able to feel the vibe. You will be able to tell whether or not the vibe that's around you, that surrounds you, is negative or positive, light or dark. You will immediately be able to tell if these people like you or dislike you or pretending to like you and really hate you. You will be able to tell because the vibe will be completely different once you enter the room. You know, it's like you know how you walk in the room and everybody's laughing or giggling and talking or whatever, but as soon as you walk, everybody gets quiet. Everybody starts rolling their eyes, sucking their teeth, poking out their lips. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you like, ugh. You know, and that's when people will start plotting. So keep that in mind. Because, like I said, this could be in the workplace. This could be around when you live at. This could be around, coworkers, family members, whatever the case may be. Because, like I said, right now the moon is in Cancer and it's showing you like a dark moon. Some of you could be dealing with your Lilith. And so, when it comes to dealing with that black Lilith moon, that's all about your emotions. It's like being tempted. People trying you to get a reaction from you. They could be trying to use words, hurtful words. You can also have people trying to call you and pretend to be your friend, to befriend you, to be in getting your business, just so they can use it against you and gossip and have something to talk about. So be careful who you share information with, especially when it comes to conversating with people who don't put you in their business. You know what I'm saying? That they want to know all about you. Just keep it simple. You know, I'm good. Leave it at that. Like, okay. Yeah, Virgo, you definitely have a Knight of Cups that want to come in and make you a love offer. And you got the Ace of Pentacles, so you are focused on your stability at this time. Yeah, some of you could definitely be thinking about changing career status. Yeah, I could see you looking for another job. Like you could be saying, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I stay? Do I go? But you're focused on yourself with the Nine of Pentacles. Because some of you could be like, oh, damn, I've been at this job for X, Y, and Z amount of time, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who I know don't even like me. You feel me? And so, you being a hermit, Virgo, that's you. Taking time to go within and reflect on a situation when it comes to being within a circle of people. Do you want to keep doing the same thing and not really seeing no real, true, strong results? And so some of you could be saying, well, yeah, it's time for a change. I need something that's more stable, that's going to give me a little more stability, that's going to help me kind of put my head up again, keep my head above the water. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune just came out. And so when this comes out, the universe is trying to help you out with this situation as much as possible. Yeah, the Two of Wands, you're ready for something new. So it's like you're ready to start making plans for the future. You're ready to start building. And that's one of the reasons why you may seriously and sincerely be thinking about changing career status. Because where you work at is like in the environment where you are, because people dislike you, they may be trying to pull you down versus seeing you get up. And if you come off as a threat to somebody else, they may do whatever they can in their power to try to get rid of you anyway. Or make it hard for you to be there so that you're not comfortable in the workplace. You know? Yeah, Virgo, because you're the Queen of Pentacles. So you're separating yourself from things that no longer serve you. And you're trying to focus, yeah, with the Fool card, you're ready to take a leap of faith forward. So I mean, you can have Pisces energy, Leo energy. Yeah, you are working on your self confidence, Virgo. And see, there's a need with the Five of Pentacles. There could be a fear of being left out in the cold or a fear of not having enough. And that could be another reason why you were thinking, okay, the time has come for me to make some sort of change. If you're new here to the channel, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel notification bell so you know when I'm going live. And again, if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, Virgo, you're coming in with the Queen of Wands. So you are focused on your most important priority at this time when it comes to taking care of your business and seeking out the reliable, proper sources that you're needing to seek out at this time. I feel like you're going to do that with no problems. But, do you have hidden enemies in the midst? For sure. Yeah, there are people who are hating on you, who dislike you, who can't stand the very sight of you, who just want you going and can't stand looking at you. And this has to do with jealousy and envy. Hey, Yolanda. Good morning, sweetie. Let's see. I'm gonna come in with another deck. I'm gonna come back and give you guys a bonus this standing. Yeah, with the Page of Cups. Yeah, some of you could be expecting some sort of unexpected surprise news that's gonna be coming in. Seven of Pentacles. You got your eyes on your harvest. You're paying close attention to detail. Yeah, you focus on your own dreams and hopes and aspirations, but be careful because some of you with the Five of Cups, again, there could be some sort of disappointment, or maybe somebody else is disappointed because they was hoping on wanting to have some sort of reconciliation with you, but you're standing your ground with the Queen of Swords when it comes to setting boundaries for yourself, as you should. Okay. And so, yeah, when it comes to your hard work, Virgo, you're focused on your own goals, and other people could be taking notice of your work. But be in mind, like I said, you definitely got a group of people that's hating on you with the Five of Wands, plotting on you, scheming, trying to do this right here to you. They could be trying to use a form of black magic or curse you or trying to send some sort of hex to get rid of you because they can't stand the thought of you being back. Yeah, somebody, Virgo, somebody's disappointed because they wanted you back with the Four Cups. Somebody, hoping for, like I said, Four Cups, Five of Cups, doing a lot of heavy contemplating, meditating, can't believe they did you wrong or they messed up. They had a good thing and now they miss you. And now they're disappointed without you. Because, like I said, you're focused on your own Ace of Pentacles, you know? And it could be somebody who's intimidated about the path ahead. But again, ready for something new. Or you can also have somebody who's willing to put forth the effort to take the risk to approach you. But with the Two of Pentacles, you're seeking balance. You're done juggling. But like I said, there is a group of Five of Swords. Yeah. Wow. Somebody is really determined to get in here and do this to you with the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. So just pay close attention to that. Because, like I said, there is a Knight of Cups that wants to come in here and offer you a cup. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. All right. If you guys wish to book a private reading, I'm always available for private readings at Book Me YM or Tracy My Life Tarot. Feel free to book a reading, especially if you find yourself having nightmares, bad dreams, or anything like that, and you want to know what can you do to cleanse your aura, cleanse your space. You can also join my Facebook group called Empress Witch. A lot of people are paid to join that group. We have about 120 members in that group called Empress Witch. And it's actually a positive group, to be honest. It's actually a lot of information in that Facebook group that can actually help you out a whole lot when it comes to dealing with certain things, okay? So, again, the name of that Facebook group is called Empress Witch. And until next time, you guys, I will talk to you later. All right. And so I hope you guys be blessed. Like I said, I may come back and give you guys a bonus extended part two reading. We'll see. All right. As always, God bless. I'm out.